What up, vlog? I am currently in Croatia. That'll be like 2 vlogs from now. I'll give you a sneak peek though. But this vlog is of Krakow, Poland. Welcome to Krakow, Poland. I took like an 8-hour overnight train and barely slept, so I'm tired, but I can't check in to my hostel until like 2, and it's 8, so I just have to like wander around. So I was super tired and got sick for a lot of my days in Poland, so I didn't do a super good job of filming, so I'm just gonna have to update you right now on the clips that you will be seeing. I first got some pierogies, which is a Polish dish. They're pretty fire. So yeah, here are those. It is like 3 o'clock. So I guess I haven't been vlogging, so to fill you in, I was taking a nap in a park and some Ukrainian guy who obviously now lives in Poland woke me up and we started talking, and then went to some bars together at like 2 p.m. So it was pretty fun. He's cool. But now I'm going to check into my hostel and then chill and stuff. But pretty cool city so far. I have a couple of cool things planned, so yeah, I'll keep you posted. We got checked into the hostel and then took like a 5-hour nap because I was hella tired. I ended up just grabbing McDonald's for dinner, and then I went back and went to sleep. Alright, I'm in the city square right now. Today I have not done much. I'm sick right now and got like an hour of sleep last night on a bus. So I just slept for like 5 hours. It's like 9:30. I'm going to eat right now, then I'm gonna go back and go to sleep again. Because I have tomorrow I'm going to like the salt mines, which are famous here. So yeah, today's been a very slow day, other than I met some Ukrainian guy and we went out to a bar and we're hanging out for a couple hours, but that's about all I've done. But we got a nice sunset, walking through like the big square. It's pretty nice. Going to find something to eat. Alright, it is like 11 or something. I feel a lot better today because I slept in and took a bunch of medicine last night and this morning. So today I'm going to the salt mines, which are really famous, supposed to be super cool. So yeah, I'm just gonna go get something to eat and then probably start heading over there because it's gonna take a while to get there. Alright, I've made it. I'm now walking there. I have like 30 minutes till it starts, my tour, so I don't know, I'm just gonna wander around a little bit. Alright, so I couldn't talk while I was in the salt mines, but pretty much there's just like a huge salt mine that's like over 1,000 years old, and they have like a bunch of like carvings and like cool stuff made out in the salt and like lakes and this like big chapel that's really cool. So yeah, here's the clips from that.
Perspective of medieval miners. Here, this environment, it's very healthy and beneficial. Insufficient layers of this stuff, they say. But in my opinion, from my perspective, this place is still under the
So I just finished my 2-hour tour of the salt mines, and it was super, super cool. A lot of walking and a lot of stairs. I think we were like 140 meters down below, but definitely worth it. It was really cool. Time for lunch. Got some street food and sitting in a park. So I took a train back to Krakow and then just kind of like walked around the city and stuff, which the city is super cool, has a cool vibe to it. Alright, I just chilled at the hostel for a couple hours and now I'm walking around the old town, gonna get something to eat and just do some sightseeing and stuff. But I have to wake up at 4:30 a.m. tomorrow to go to Auschwitz. Very vibrant down here in the old town. I'm in the square. I'm about to walk through this like cool market in the middle of it. So then I met up with my boy from Finland who I met in Prague. And then we just went and got dinner, grabbed a few drinks, kicked it, talked for a couple hours. And then he was leaving to go somewhere else, so said bye to him.
I'll tell you this lighters.
And then here is an insanely fast clip of me before I went to bed. It is 4:30 a.m. and I actually woke up this time. I'm not still up. I'm going to my tour to Auschwitz. For some reason it starts very early, so I'm getting picked up at like 5, and I need to go find some food and stuff. It's gonna be quite hard probably, but yeah, I'm tired. Have now been waiting in line for 2.5 hours. So for obvious reasons, I did not walk around and talk and vlog while I was at Auschwitz and Birkenau because they're concentration camps, and that probably wouldn't have been cool. So I'm just gonna kind of explain all the clips and stuff throughout. So this is a few miles outside of the camps, and this is like part of the train tracks, and they had a train set up where they brought in the prisoners to the camps. So then we went into Auschwitz, and one of the first clips you'll see is the infamous sign, which in German is Arbeit macht frei, and it means work makes you free. So yeah, that's right whenever you walk into it, and then there's some other clips and stuff. Here's a bunch of shoes that they have gathered from they took from the prisoners when they got to the camps. And then after that clip is a clip of the execution wall they had within the camp. And then here is the gas chamber, which we walked through. Super sad to walk through that. But yeah, here's clips from that. So then we took a bus over to Birkenau, which was another camp really close by. It was a huge camp, had like 100,000 prisoners, 2 big gas chambers, the infamous gates of death, which you will see. So then the train would come through the gates and then stop right in the clip you're about to see, and that is where they would decide who gets killed and who stays at the camp to work. And then here's the remains of one of the gas chambers whenever the Soviets were closing in on the camps. In 1945, the Nazis destroyed all of it to try to get rid of the evidence of the humanitarian crimes. But yeah, there's still plenty of rubble there. And then here we got to go inside one of the barracks. So they had about like 4 people per level. There's like 3 levels on the bunk beds, which you'll see. And then we saw just walked through one of the whole barracks. Basically there were toilets and water basins. And then after this, we left and I went back to Krakow and got ready and went out to dinner. All right, it's raining. Last night here. My friend from Portugal, who's in the last couple of vlogs, is actually here, so we're meeting up and gonna go out. But yeah, I fly down to Montenegro tomorrow at like noon or something. So. Alright, that is the end of this vlog. The next vlog will be in Montenegro, which should be out shortly if I can get to it, because I'm already out of there. I'm in Croatia now. So yeah, thanks for watching.